And now, what you've all been waiting for. It's Coin Op TV Live, starring Robert Welkner and the lovely Haley Bright. And now, give it up for your host, Robert Welkner.
Welcome to Coin Op TV Live on the stream.tv. I'm your host, Robert Welkner. Very exciting show tonight. It's Coin Op TV Live, episode 316, October 1st. Welcome to October, guys. We got a big show tonight. We got an interview and a video clip with our friends over at Pandemic Studios talking The Saboteur. We also got some interviews from Jack Black and Tim Schafer from their press conference talking about Brutal Legend. Most of all, we got an awesome guest in the studio who goes by the name of Pansy Warrior Princess. Very exciting show tonight. We're so happy to have you. Very jazzed. Lots of content, photos, video, and excitement for you all in one breath. Before I get to all the excitement, I want to introduce our team, my posse, my fellows. I got to think of some more words, to stall, some more adjectives or something.
Comrades?
My comrades in arms. All right.
Amigos?
So if you guys were watching the show last
Components?
week... Components.
Wow, it's
Sounds
a
like
nerd show.
Electric component there. So if you guys were watching the show last week, you saw Haley Bright was out of town, and we had an awesome gal filling in by the name of Erin Darling. And what do you know? She's back again. Let's give her a warm welcome for Erin Darling.
Hi, guys. Thank you. By the way, Rob, someone in the chat room, Church4252, says that you need a haircut.
I do. It's getting, it's getting to the point. I've actually been having some gel issues. I've moved into wax because gel apparently isn't the way to go.
God,
now,
I don't want to hear about this anymore at all.
Yeah. So the thing about the wax is, Erin,
No, really, dude.
It never comes out. Like I shower like 3 times and the wax is still there, and then so it's epic. So Church, what do you recommend? Let me know. And you hear a voice going on, Erin. You hear a voice, and it's very sassy and very sexy.
Sassy?
And
a voice?
And I want to introduce him so we can see his lovely face, Mr. Brian Grammer, who runs the stream.tv.
Thank you very much. The components that make up what's on my head right now are simply hair and headphones. There is no gel, wax, any sort of hair product at all, and I'm very happy to admit that. But I will try out the wax. I'm kind of big into the crew or the pomade or just the.
I thought you didn't want to talk about this stuff. Where are you going with this, huh?
I don't know. I'm wearing a collared shirt today, so I'm all thrown off.
Now, Erin, October means that Brian Grammer was celebrating 3 years of. He founded the Stream.tv. I think it was the end of September, October, but Stu had a big anniversary celebration. So, Brian, big warm hand. Happy 3 years to you.
Yeah.
Well, it's 3 years for you too.
Well, we're going to celebrate that next week. We got to spread it out.
All right. That's fine. That's true. It is, you did start a week after Stu, so yours is the week after.
Yeah, I wasn't sure the timing exactly. So
Stewart Pap happened on September 26th, 2009. And then you that was Tuesday, and you were the Sunday after. Coin Up TV used to be on Sundays.
Yes. We went head-to-head against The Simpsons, if you could believe it. We knocked them down. They had to reschedule their whole Sunday night schedule because we were on Sunday nights.
A lot of people don't watch live streaming internet on Sundays. I don't know whether it's football or family or you're doing laundry or something, but the people watch streaming television the least on Sundays.
Yes, this is all true. And another thing that's true is we are live, we're interactive. We're going to be taking some of your questions, comments, concerns. The best way to hit us up is by instant message. It's thestream.tv, all spelled out, no punctuation. With that, Erin, I want to see if we got any shout-outs. We got some live viewers we want to say hi to.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say hi to Joe and Flea. I want to say hi to Ripper1226, Her209. Let's see, who else? Assassin70, Chris Glass.
Assassin.
Nice Guy 135. Hey guys, thanks for joining us in the chat room.
Very cool, very cool. Everything going all right with you, Erin? We got some photos to share. Are you ready to get rolling?
I'm ready. I'm ready to get rolling for sure.
Are you happy to be back? Any comments, any stalkers from last week's appearance on the show?
Well, I don't know about stalkers, but I'm definitely happy to have new friends on Twitter. I love hearing from you guys. And, I was sick, and they gave me some good remedies for what I could use to help myself feel better. So That was nice.
A cold steak across your forehead? Did they give you that one?
I haven't tried that yet. That's an
Oh.
interesting remedy.
I mean, if
have you tried
fever.
that?
Well, only if you have a fever. I guess it doesn't really make sense if you don't have a fever.
Yeah.
I think Fred Flintstone used to do that, the cold steak over the eye or something, right?
Or black eye, like when you get beat up, that's what you do.
Oh, it was a
I
black
don't know.
eye. You're right.
Black eye.
Yeah, if you have a headache, that won't do anything for you.
Nice try.
All right, guys at home, we had it's been a busy summer, busy October, September, everything like that. And last week we went to the SC3 party to celebrate retro and arcade gaming. Me, Brian, Jess, Nicole, a good handful of people. Roger were out there from the stream, Aubrey, and the rest of the guys. So I brought some photos to share, a few photos to check out. So if you go to the SC3 party, the first thing you see, Brian, is arcade games, something really cool. Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, and everything like that. And here's a photo of me and Steve, the host who was on the show a few weeks ago, giving me the ceremonial punch in the stomach there. And then Brian and the Rad Nerds, I believe, right? There's Brian. There's Brian playing Star Wars, which was on his wish list. Steve promised to have his Star Wars a working condition. Brian, did you get the high score that night?
You know, I didn't get the high score, and I was pretty still impressed with myself because I hadn't broken 1 million in a while on that game, and I was able to break 1 million. And as soon as I got there, I just wanted to get on the top board, and the minimum score was 1,084,000. So I'm like, let me break 1,084,000. I couldn't do it my first try. I went around and played some other games, played some Tron, went to the little snack cart. Came back, I broke 1,084,000, but by then someone had already made the minimum score 1.3 million, and someone had also broken 2 million. I believe it was Steve, the owner, and so then I just kind of felt pitiful at that point. So I was like, I had an iPhone picture of my high score to make myself feel better, and that was about it. But it was cool. If you haven't played the Vector version of Star Wars, the play control for the year it was made is still amazing today. I love video games. I have all the next-gen consoles, and this is still incredibly fun to play. Try to find it if you can.
Yeah, Star Wars is definitely one of my favorites. Let's take a peek at a couple more photos. I think Roger and the Rad Nerds were out there kicking it. There they are, and Tracy. And then the big rivalry, I had to show up. Since Haley was in Japan, I had to show up to play Andre, a Black Nerd comedy in Q*bert, this rivalry that apparently Haley and Andre have going on, but I had to sort of substitute and fill in, and this photo will sort of show you the results of that rivalry. So it's going to take me a few more weeks to practice and get better at Q*bert. Erin, are you a Q*bert person there? Do you like to jump in diagonals?
Oh, I love jumping in diagonals.
You know, Q*bert's one of the first characters to cuss on the arcade, but it's censored, so it's still PG.
That's the way to do it.
So very cool, very cool. Now, if you got things in the chat room or anything like that, just throw them my way as we go, as we look at the pictures. Very exciting. I want to interact with people, but I do have some more photos. If there's nothing to interject yet, Erin.
Let's see. People are talking about games, and when Brian was talking about Tron, there was some Tron talk going on.
Yeah, that's a good one. One of my favorites.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what else. That's about it. People are talking about games right now, so come back to me. I'll give you a specific question or a shout out.
All right, cool. So as I mentioned earlier, Haley Bright, my lovely host, is in Japan, Tokyo still. She went there for the Tokyo Game Show, and she's still there doing some rummaging around the city, doing some interviews with some of the local companies there. And she sent me some photos earlier today, so I brought those to show tonight. So here's Haley doing an interview with the Tekken producer, Katsuri Hara.
Which one's Haley?
Haley's over there on the right.
Great.
Katsui Shui. There's a lot of syllables in this gentleman's name.
I think you got it
apologies.
right. I think you nailed it.
And then some of you guys know Star Slayer. CG is a friend of the show. She was over there as well in Japan, and here's a photo with them there. This is all checking out Tekken at the Namco Bandai headquarters, or as they say over there, Bandai Namco. It's backwards. So, and then Haley took a picture of her in front of a brand new game coming out called Tank.
And which one's Haley here?
This is Haley in the foreground.
Great.
And the name of that game doesn't count for double dialogue because it is tank, tank, tank. And then one of my favorite games of all time, Pac-Man. She found the unit there and took a picture in front of it. Now, Brian, you might notice something a little strange
I
about this.
already noticed it. I already saw it in the preview.
You may notice something strange.
The original title.
Yeah, there's the original title, Puckman, which in the States had to be renamed, Erin, for obvious reasons, because, we've got a very childish society over here.
Can't control our immaturity,
Yeah, so I don't know. Haley said she was going to try and run over to Starbucks and tune in tonight. So I don't know, Haley, if you're watching, thanks for the photos. I know the fans. I know Curtis and some of the fans have been upset. She'll be back in the States next week on the show.
She's in the chat room.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to give her a shout out then.
Yeah. Hey, Haley. We love you.
We love you. We miss you. We want you back right away. Swine flu free. If that's a phrase.
Is that even a worry in
Swine
Japan?
flu less?
I think it's bird flu in Japan.
Is she saying anything? Is
avian
she
flu.
heckling the host?
She says hi. She
That's
says
it?
thanks, miss you all. People were asking about the pictures, and she was talking about the pictures a little bit.
Did she correct my name pronunciation on Mr. Haraha?
I haven't seen anything about that yet, but
I mean, it is a chat
I can
room.
predict a response is coming up pretty soon. So.
Hey, Haley, how are the interwebs over there? Is it faster or slower?
Yeah, talk slower.
I don't know. Well, what if she's at a cafe and it's not a good stream? Hi, Haley. I miss you too. I hope they should have really fast internet over there, right? Is it blazing fast? That's what I want to know.
It's probably going from a satellite right into her cell phone, like the speed of light. I'm sure that's what's happening.
She said it's Friday in Japan, and you pronounced it well.
Oh, all right. I'm glad she's on top of things. Thank you for that. All right, let's move on. We got some video
No,
clips.
she said the connection's not good, so fail, Japan. Fail.
Oh, really? So I should move very slow.
They're supposed to be advanced. They're supposed to be.
Don't talk so fast, Brian.
They are supposed to be advanced and highly technological, and we have better interwebs than them.
That is true. I'll come back when I'm leaning over.
Well, when I'm looking into, listen, I can only if I can't diverge the focus of my eyes. If I'm looking straight into the camera, how can I see the preview thing? I'm just banking on the next camera being ready when I cut.
It is. I'm always ready. Bring it. Bring it.
Yeah. Okay. See, I can't do both.
All right, so Erin, we've run a challenge out. I've got my little coffee mug, my Chase the Chick Wagon coffee mug on the table, and I threw out the gauntlet. I said, "Hey,
the Chick Wagon."
Chase the Chuck Wagon.
Oh man, I would prefer the Chick Wagon.
Brian's a little frisky tonight. Erin, you might have to just jump in a little more often. Brian's a little frisky tonight. So yeah. So
this is my third show tonight.
I think the viewers like it. They like the
They do.
friskiness.
That's the thing. I prep a show. I work very hard. Brian says a few things on the spot. The kids love it. It's like it's like the magic button. You just push, and there it is.
Don't talk about my magic button tonight.
So I threw out the gauntlet. I said, hey, if you want your mug on my table, send me something bigger, more gigantic, more illustrious. And wouldn't you know, our friends over at girlgamer.com sent me this gigantic thing.
Ooh. Girl Gamer, that's a nice moog.
So this will be, I don't know, Brian, if you want to go to the two shop, but here's the official replacement of mugs. Chase the Chuck Wagon.
Or the two shot before the guest. This is just wrong.
I upset things.
That's okay. It's the upsetting the normal balance of things.
There we go.
100
there it is.
episodes.
And this gets put down here.
All right. Now, is that a custom Moog? Are there more? Is there a series of these, or was that made just for you? Is that the only one in existence?
Just for the Coin Up TV desk.
Well, it'd be a shame if anything happened to it, so be careful.
Yeah, congratulations on that. You made it. All right, I want to get some video clips because I worked hard all night, Erin, editing some of these video clips. Very exciting, and I want to get to Pansy shortly. You guys stick around. I know you're in the chat room, excited, saying when's she coming out? When's she coming out? Shortly, got a couple video clips. So with that. Brutal Legend is coming out this month in a couple weeks. Rocktober is the dubbed, October, the month of October. So Jack Black and Tim Schafer did a press conference on Tuesday, and me and some of the gang were out there checking things out. So Brian, let's take a look at the press conference. Hi, Rob from Coin Up TV. Eddie, it seemed like you faced some challenging bosses in this battle. Any memorable fight scenes while you're sort of going through the game?
For me, it was a one-sided affair. I would do all the all the battle voicing was done kind of in a vacuum. Tim would explain to me who I was battling against and do his best boss voice, for me to act opposite. But
just backstage, you managed to battle and defeat Diviculus, the king of the demons.
yeah,
And a battle nun. You killed a battle nun.
Yeah.
And a skull raker.
yeah. Of all the bosses, Diviculus is the most powerful head boss.
Yeah, he's the emperor of the demons, and he can rip open his chest and pull out a four-necked guitar and play deadly guitar solos on it.
He looks really badass.
And we're all really proud of it and happy with it. So it's exciting that it will actually be in the hands of people, real, actual players this Rocktober. You should be able to play
Where
it.
is my review copy?
We're gonna get you one really, really soon to play it.
I was
copy.
promised a baker's dozen.
Wow. Okay. I mean, no, there's no problem with that. Yeah.
Give me my review copy right now. Did you get a review copy? Did you get a review? You did? Yeah!
So that was Jack Black in character as Eddie Riggs. Erin, luckily you weren't there. It got violent at the end. Security had to come out, escort us. I think there was fire and flames. It was like hell hath no fury. What are the kids at home thinking? What'd you think of that clip there? Are you a fan of the boys?
Well, first of all, I love Jack Black, so I thought that was hilarious. And in the chat room, people are liking it. They think it's funny. Someone was talking about how he looks like Carrot Top.
Carrot Top.
I don't. If that's an
mullet?
insult, I don't know if that's an insult to
I
Carrot
think
Top or to
they're-
Jack Black.
No, they're mentioning
Or
the
the
guns
steroids.
because Carrot Top has the guns.
Yeah, well, he's just freaking out though, so can't say.
See, Erin, who says we don't get big stars on Coin Up TV? There you go. Jack Black doesn't get any bigger than that, right?
It's true. He's huge, definitely. Yeah, I heard 209 saying that Carrot Top's pretty ripped. And then
Yes.
people were talking about Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Trust me, 1, 2, 2, 3. Tenacious D was hilarious. Sorry, I'm having trouble talking.
That's all right. You're doing fine. Let me talk about a couple events coming up. Then I got another video clip to show, which stars our own Erin Darling in it. A couple events coming up this week. It's exciting times to be in LA. I'm sorry, Justin and all you guys, that live, all you Carrot Top fans who live very far away. But in LA, we got a lot of cool events. And coming up this weekend is Indiecade, which actually starts tonight. It's an international festival of independent games. You can go to www.indiecade.com, spelled with a INDIE. Check that out. I'm going to be going to the award show tomorrow night with a friend of mine, and be checking out the award show ceremony. It'll be pretty cool, very exciting. And then this weekend is the Long Beach Comic-Con is coming to town, or it's coming to the Long Beach town, just a little drive from LA. But that's longbeachcomiccon.com. Erin, are you a fan of comics? Do you read the funny books?
I'm not a huge fan of comics, but I did get a gift bag from Indiecade, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, you were saying it had some cool products in there.
Yeah, there were some comics. There were some just kind of like various swag from the different, I guess, games and things that are being featured there. So that was pretty cool. And I got a Chipotle gift card, and that was awesome. So it was a pretty sweet gift bag, I have to say.
Very cool. Man, it's funny. I got invited to the award ceremony as a guest, no gift bag. I don't know.
It's funny how it happens that way, isn't it?
Now, Rob, wasn't there just a Comic-Con? I mean, it was
There-
just a Comic-Con.
There seems to be a Comic-Con like every week. I mean, Dragon Con was in Atlanta a few weeks ago.
Well, that was Dragon Con. That wasn't Comic-Con, though. But for someone like me who hates comic books because it involves reading, and I hate reading, for someone like me, if I went to the San Diego Comic-Con, is there a reason to go to this new one, this one that's now coming up?
Oh yeah, so it could be a little tricky because the San Diego Comic-Con is the end-all of comic conventions. The Long Beach one will be a very small, probably a fourth of that.
But I mean, is that an advantage in that you have an easier time to maybe connect with some of the people that will be there? It's not as swarmed. So is that why maybe the super enthusiasts would want to go to this one?
I think it'll be a little easier. Yeah, Jim Lee will be there. Stan Lee, Thomas Jane is going to present a movie he directed. So yeah, I mean, every 3 months you got to go to a convention, right? Spend some money.
Well, that sounds like a plus, though. Yeah.
Brian, is my mic? I'm just noticing here if I stand in a certain way, my mic sort of frames up perfectly with the shirt.
You know what? I was appreciating that myself. I'm kind of upset you called it out to the normal folks.
It's a little scary.
But it's those little things that I take home with me every night, Rob.
All right, I want to switch gears. Erin and I went to the Pandemic Studios yesterday to check out the Saboteur. It's a cool game that's coming out in December. Erin, it was the first time I was at Pandemic Studios. What'd you think there? We got the granddaddy treatment there. They gave us the daddy suite. What'd you think?
It was awesome. The daddy suite was killer. There was Guinness and whiskey and wine and food. It was really good. And the game was awesome, and we got to talk to people that are involved in creating the game and the art designer and stuff like that. So it was really fun to go there, meet the people behind it. And I have to say, though, the location is amazing, and there's this really cool view of LA, and I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff.
I almost want to give away the address and just tell people to go by and stop by and say hi. But with that, so I brought a clip. We interviewed Tom French. He demoed the Saboteur, and then Erin and I pulled him to the side and did a little interview. So, Brian, if we can check out the Saboteur interview.
Hey guys, this is Erin Darling for CoinOp TV, and we're here at Pandemic Studios, and we're going to go check out the game, The Saboteur.
Feel the conductor, jam the throttle, a lot faster than player encounter. But it's not just dancing and letting the player again kind of play the way they want to play or play at their pace.
Hey guys, I'm standing here with Tom French, who's the lead designer on the game, The Saboteur. Can you tell us a little bit about the main character and what his deal is and what his background is?
So Sean, for us, he's the action hero that we all want to be in our hearts. Like if I could be cool action hero, which I'm not, Sean is the guy I'd want to be. And so what we did is we looked at a lot of cinematic influence, mainly a lot of Indiana Jones. Die Hard was another big reference for John McClane's a great hero, and that classically cool kind of Steve McQueen. And so we really started with those as character references and basically created Sean.
Also, I noticed in this game there's kind of a community aspect where when you do things and you rebel, people kind of get behind your actions and you kind of inspire the local people in the community. Can you tell us a little bit about how that works in the game?
Yeah, so it's tied to what we call the will to fight of the game. And the will to fight comes from this idea of we were going to build Paris, and Paris is this beautiful, vibrant city, and we wanted that fantasy in that because that's the fantasy we all see in our heads when we think about Paris. But the idea of just occupying that, putting a bunch of Nazis, didn't make it feel occupied. So what we did is suck the life out of the world, and for us that was the color. And so basically in the low will to fight, which is the heavily occupied areas of the game, it's black and white and it's very noir feeling. But when you do these big missions in the game, color literally bleeds back out into the world and inspires that pocket. You're not liberating the world because it's still occupied France. The Nazis are still in control. But what you do is you inspire the people. So when you get out in the streets and you have a fist fight, the people will cheer you on in the color areas. Or if you start a gunfight, resistance will start showing up and actually pulling out the guns themselves and literally fighting alongside of you. Or when the alarms hit to a certain point, the resistance have bunkered down at these spots that we call fight back zones, and you pull the Nazis up there, and then the resistance will help pounce on top of the Nazis and literally push back the threat.
Nice job, Erin, running the mic there. How was that there? Tom, as much as I love Tom, he's a hard guy to get in a close-up because his hair doesn't end and his beard doesn't quite end. It's a little tricky there. But anything else to add from that, from you or the chat room there?
Yeah, well, I had a great time, as I already said. And let's see, in the chat room, people are saying good job. And yeah, I'll tell you in a second.
Now, Saboteur is sort of a combination. It's sort of a strategy, stealthy kind of game, kind of like an Uncharted, and then there's the first-person shooter aspect. And I think it's going to benefit. Well, it's coming out in December. It's going to benefit a lot that it's sort of like after Modern Warfare, when you've had a chance to play that, and Conviction got delayed, so there's no competition with that. So it was very cool, and it reminded me. I told one of the designers, it reminded me of the movie The Great Escape, because it's all like in France and like POW era, World War II-esque kind of environments. Very cool. So, and there's a longer clip of that with Erin that I'm going to put on CoinUp.tv later tonight. So if you want to see, we had an interview with the art designer as well. So check that out. Cool. I want to get to the guest. Anything else before we get to our guest there, Erin?
Yeah, I have no fish says, let's take bets on if Pansy's going to kill you with an axe. Apparently she's really aggressive and scary.
I'll bet $1.
I mean,
should I put money on that I'm gonna get killed or against it? What do you think what's the going? What is the phrase? The stats there. The spread.
I don't
yes.
really know. People aren't betting yet, but I'm pretty sure they will start. And I don't know what your odds are like if she's as dangerous as they say.
I'm trembling. This is like when I was filming Jack Black, throwing things around, going nuts. He was doing like push-ups, and it was quite the affair. So, all right. Well, we mentioned our guest. Let me get into the guest portion of the show because I'm very excited to have this guest on the show and let you guys sort of interact with her. So, Pansy Warrior Princess has an internet show. She's a celeb. She's fun. She's awesome. I'm gonna show a clip, and then we're going to bring her out. So, Brian, let's get a little sampling of this Pansy Warrior Princess we speak of. All right, there was a sampling there. Woo. So Pansy Warrior Princess, she's the geek goddess attempting to take over the world, one nerd at a time. Very exciting. Apparently she's very violent, and I put on the Welch jacket to lend me some +1 in support. So guys at home and in the studio, let's give a warm welcome for Pansy Warrior Princess. Woo-hoo! All right.
Feel like that jacket's gonna protect you?
I'm intimidated already. I should have asked for like some security right here on the set. Good night. Let me start off by saying, very nice to meet you. Thanks again for coming on the show. I'm going to be as polite as I can.
All right, and I will reciprocate.
Okay. Let me remind everybody at home, if you want to interact or ask a question to Pansy, can I call you Pansy for short?
Sure.
That's okay. Okay, cool. It's thestream.tv, all spelled out, no characters, no nothing. And then Erin will also be peeking in to the chat room, and we're gonna try and do it justice tonight. It's not often we have royalty in the studio, so thanks again.
Hey, you know what? I do what I can. You have to muddle around with the common man every now and again. Keeps me on my toes.
I know our studio audience isn't all that dressy and nice, but no need to call them commoners.
No, I enjoy them. Fine people over there.
The fine people in our studio audience. Yeah. Now, I understand that this is the first time you've left the throne room. You're venturing out. Are you nervous? Can you describe what you're going through right now?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of an agoraphobe. And when you live in a castle, not a lot of call to leave the grounds. And so I'm a little uncomfortable to, out of my element and etc. And I'm unarmed because I thought, that'd be rude. And show up on somebody else's show with a big weapon, and people get all nervous around the blade. So I thought, well, I'll do you a solid. And here I am, and it's, making it happen.
Very cool. I appreciate that as a princess, you speak a little of the slang, it sounds like. A little of the common tongue.
Well, I try to keep up with the kids.
Okay. I appreciate that. Brian, I can follow along if we stay at this pace.
All right.
Now, we showed that clip. We mentioned your acts and your violence.
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened there? What did we see?
Okay, well, I don't know if you noticed, but that guy definitely flipped me the bird.
Oh, boy.
And I don't take kindly. And, when you're in the mood for chips, you don't want to wait. I needed chips immediately. I was kind of having a sodium low, and he was interfering on the cell phone. And then, I got the single eagle, and that was the end of that.
Very impressive. One shot, then you're out.
Yeah, I just don't interfere with me and my snack foods. It's fair warning, There's no snacks around. I think you're safe.
Let me make sure the jacket is on. This is my protective coat. So, all right, I got questions for you.
I have answers.
All right, and we're going to take some. Erin, be prepared. We're going to take some from your side of the woods, and I got some more video clips. And as a bonus tonight, I understand you're going to unveil a sneak peek at your music video.
It.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm unveiling it, and it's going to be the first look at my new music video.
Very exciting. So if you're at home and you're watching and you're nervous or scared like I am, you want to at least stick around because we're going to have a little debut of that. So
Welkner, we didn't let her bring the accent. It's okay.
yeah, I feel so now.
At least I don't think it's in here.
Brian spoke. Now I feel a little more relaxed. So now we can move on. All right, here we go. What is it like? You know, you're out there. You got a show. You're like a little bit of an internet celebrity. Do you have some fans? What's going on with the show you do?
I have some fans. I have some awesome fans that
Wait,
watch
let me
the
get
show
the sign.
regularly.
Say it again. You have
Awesome
fans?
fans. Yes.
If I don't do that, you know.
No, it's important. You know, you have to steer. And a very loyal following that's been watching. We've been doing live shows for a little over a year. I think we just finished our 202nd live show. And thank you. Thank you, all one of you.
That was me. That was me.
I appreciate
Congratulations.
it. I appreciate it.
Well,
Thank you.
201. Is that what you said? 201?
202.
202, yeah. See, you should have just said it was your 200th show, and then we could really rally behind it.
Really?
Because 202 is kind of an offbeat.
Whatever. You said you had, what are you, 317?
316.
Did you round down to 300? I don't think you did.
Well,
I'm pretty sure you added the 17. I'm just saying.
all right, we got a clip from your show, a sampler. Apparently there's an archive on stickam.com, and we were able to retrieve some footage so we can show the kids at home some of what you do. So, Brian, let's check out some of Pansy Warrior Princess in her own environment.
Greetings and salutations, lords and ladies. Welcome to Pansy Warrior Princess. I am your hostess, your mistress with the mostest, Pansy Niederschmidt. It's great to have you here in the throne room. Please give a warm greeting to my security staff. Terms and conditions. They're doing a great. Miss Pac-Man, what? I'm in the middle of a show.
Out of my way, sweetheart.
Spit that night out.
I thought these things were supposed to be chewy on the inside.
Do you mind not cannibalizing my security staff? Do you have any idea what this is going to do to my insurance premiums?
Where the hell are ya, you little yellow masticator?
Pac-Man? Oh, well, he's not here. Okay, he called at 4 o'clock in the morning, smashed, looking for a little you-know-what, but I told him to go look for some dots elsewhere.
Right. Where's he hiding out? The dungeon?
He's not here. Look, I have a very strict policy about not allowing married men who are interested in a little bit of extracurricular activity into the throne room, period.
That's not what Donkey Kong said. Is it true what they say about him?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, let's talk about what you do know. Like the whereabouts of my husband.
If you don't stop accusing me of housing your drunken troglodyte of a husband, I'm gonna pull out my battle axe. Why don't you call Cubert? Those two are nigh on inseparable.
What are you implying? My Pac-Man does not pack men.
I'm not implying anything. I'm simply saying that dogs tend to travel in packs. Listen, the Miss Pac-Man I know doesn't get all riled up about stuff like this. Why don't you tell me what's really going on?
There was nothing between me and Cuba. It was an asteroids convention. We were drunk on quarters. It's those nasty little Mario brothers spreading lies. Lies, I tell you.
Well, it certainly explains the slander suit. I wasn't going to tell you this. I didn't want to upset you, but since that seems to be a moot point at this juncture, the overeating, it's got to stop. You're completely out of control.
All right. What an environment you have there. It looks very fun, except for Miss Pac-Man invading the set. Can you give me a little idea what else goes on with the show?
Yeah. It's sort of a free-for-all. That's actually one of my pre-recorded shows. The live show, I review video games and movies, TV, and comic books. And we do some weird news segments, and I interact with the audience. And I don't have a moderator. I do it myself.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So is it safe to say that you're an authority on like gaming and comics? If we get some chat room questions, you can field some of these things?
Well, listen, you're going to outgame me. I can already tell. I already failed on the Robbie the Robot reference. I already, so I don't know if I can run with your horses. I can pretty much, I think, hold my own comic book wise, but I fear talking is what I fear right now. I have no fear of saying I don't know, what I'm saying.
All right, well, let's take our fear or our no fear and run into Erin's neck of the woods there, my moderator for
All
tonight, and find out what she's got going on. What do you got going on, Erin?
A lot, actually. Curtis Ag 24 wants to know if you were inspired by Felicia Day and the Guild.
It's so funny that you ask that. I was not inspired by Felicia Day of the Guild, which does not mean that I don't find her to be inspiring. But no connection. No connection whatsoever.
All right. Erin, you got some more for us.
Yeah, Noah wants to know about your costumes and where you get them.
Is this a costume?
It's a borderline uniform.
Mm-hmm.
This is my armor. It was designed for me by a guy named Conrad Wright, and it's custom and it's excruciatingly uncomfortable. So,
Is it to help you in battle?
it certainly protects me as long as I'm not shot in the neck.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of protection.
I haven't really
Up
put it
here.
up to the test. I don't particularly relish the idea of standing in front of a firing squad just to see if it works, but my feeling is it would deflect, at least a pithy remark.
Okay. Erin, hopefully you don't have any pithy remarks. Do you have some more questions for us?
Yeah, Head Shrink wants to know where Floyd is and if he's holding down the castle.
Yeah, well, all 300 pounds of Floyd holds down the castle pretty well.
And
Floyd
who is this Floyd guy?
Floyd's my hapless assistant. He helps out with the show and has a pretty bad pastry addiction. So he helps.
All right. Now, we mentioned comics and movies and things like that. I want to get your 2 cents. It seems like all we see is remakes and comics turns into movies, things like that. Do you have some properties you'd like to get your hands on, maybe turn into a movie at all?
Absolutely. If I could make any comic into a movie, it would be Wormwood Gentleman Corpse by Ben Templesmith. It's one of my favorite series. It's sort of a rated R Beetlejuice, if you will.
Uh-huh.
And it's, a worm that reanimates corpses and protects an intergalactic portal.
All right.
What could be wrong with that?
Yeah, that could work. Are you going to cast yourself in this? Is there a part for you?
As much as I can picture myself as a reanimated corpse or a intergalactic worm, no, I just want to see it. I don't need to be in it.
Now I have something for you.
You do?
Let me. I'm a poor host. I bend out of frame a lot, but on my show, this cloth you can hold. So I'm just gonna give that to you. There you are.
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to say?
There, it's you can hold it on my show.
Mm-hmm. Kind of looks screenish.
It's a nice, lovely silvery green. Brian, is there a name for this color shade of green at all?
Chroma green?
Chroma green.
Huh. Interesting.
You can hold on to that.
Can I?
Yeah.
I've never seen such a thing. This is completely new to me, and I can only imagine what purpose it would serve.
Yeah, wonders are bound. Erin, let me go back to you. We're gonna show a debut clip from the music video shortly. I want to get some more fan questions. Is it okay to call them fans? Are they your legions? I know you're
Minions.
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 Okay. Let's get to the minions.
All right, well, first of all, the Minions are really, really excited about seeing this music video, especially Joe and Flea. Very excited. And Maverick20 actually had a really good question about Xena. Are you related to Xena? And have you ever, gotten in a brawl with her or a fight?
I have not brawled with Xena. I get that question a lot, and I'm going to confess something here that I don't think I've ever fessed up to before. I have never actually watched an episode of Xena.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I can confess, I've never watched an episode either. Erin, have you ever watched an episode of Xena?
I haven't. That
Brian,
was a little
have you ever
before
seen
my
Xena?
time.
Yes, of course I've seen
I
Xena.
ruined it.
We got a
Boo.
lot. We got a lot of Xena fans watching here. We've had Renee O'Connor on. We've had the writer from Xena. We've had Adrian Wilkinson on. We're trying to cater to the Xena international Xena fan community here, Robert, and eventually get Lucy Lawless on. So yes, I believe everyone just said they do watch Xena Warrior Princess, and that's awesome because the Stream.tv loves Xena Warrior Princess and Lucy Lawless.
Xena Warrior Princess, everybody.
Yeah. it's not that I have something against Xena. I get that question a lot, and my stock answer is that Lucy Lawless would definitely take me hand to hand. She's, I think, double my size. She's a tall girl. But with weapons, she better watch out.
Oh, you got her on the weapons?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Give me a couple more, and then we're gonna get to the video clip, Erin. Very excited.
Okay, great. 1 second. People are mostly just talking about Xena at this moment in time, actually.
You see what happens?
They love the Xena.
They love the Xena.
They love the Xena.
I know. Not kidding.
I must confess, I have seen a couple of Xena episodes. Just, I'm a.
You lied
Just
on
like
your
you said
own
before.
show?
Just like he said
Yeah.
before. He's seen plenty of episodes.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch. She does the thing, and she goes yeah, and makes noises, and yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow, I still haven't seen it
Yeah, it's
since the last time we talked about whether or not we'd seen it. I just thought you should know.
There's a book, the host book. It says lie about everything to make a funny.
Oh, how's that going for you?
It's I'm celebrating 3 years.
Interesting.
Episode 316.
I thought it was 317.
317 will be next week.
Why don't you round down?
round up.
Be better. If you just said 300, people would like it more.
Yes.
Someone told me that once. Round down, and it makes for a better even number.
Erin, I want to show the video clip in a second. But I want to see if you have anything else before we get to
actually.
that. All right.
Her209 wants to know if Pansy uses any weapons besides the axe.
No, I am a fan of the double-bladed battle axe. That is my signature weapon. And I appreciate it for both its bludgeoning potential and, it's a tool if you need to fell lumber or whatnot, construct some sort of a hut, catapult, battering ram. It's all there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Swiss Army knife of medieval weapons, if you will. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm not a fan of the ranged weapon at all. It's just it's too much time and focus and
no bows and arrows on your.
Not on my watch.
All
Maybe
right.
a crossbow, but just not so much.
All right. Erin, do you have anything else? Do you have anything to fire away at us?
I do, actually. I have another Xena question, if you
Oh.
don't mind.
Oh, here we go.
Some Xena
know, sorry
trivia
about
for
that.
you, maybe?
Still haven't watched it.
Fish6076 wants to know about a Xena yell. Do you have a similar yell, or do you have a trademark sound?
You better believe it. Huzzah!
You have a huzzah?
Huzzah, peeps!
All right.
Yeah, with a mighty huzzah, she cried. I narrate myself sometimes, it helps.
All right. Let's talk about the video.
He said.
We've got a couple photos. I know you've been working. You've been incognito. You went on a little vacation.
I did.
You teamed up with some filmmakers.
Yeah.
We got a couple photos. So let's see. How else can we set this up?
Well, for fans of the show, they will be happy to see where I was during my 70-day absence from Pansy Warrior Princess Live. And this is... I didn't want to muck up the castle with filming. There is nothing that will screw up your living quarters more than a film crew. And so what I thought would be better is to, shoot it on green walls, not green screen.
Like a chroma colored green?
Whatever they're calling it these days, I don't know. I don't keep up with the technical speak. However, I was in a green room, and this is a little bit of what it looked like.
All right, so let's see. We got a couple photos. Let's get to the photos so we can tease. So here's you. What's going on here? This is one of the scenes in the video?
Yeah, this is my band that played on the song. And this was there's a fairy tale theme throughout the music video, and this was during the Sleeping Beauty portion.
All right. And I think we have one more photo here of you on stage. Some technology. What's going on here?
Yeah, this was a 3D body scan that we did.
Awesome.
Yes. And it was not my finest day, actually, to be perfectly honest. We did this, but we also had to do it with me in a bathing suit. Mm-hmm. And let me just tell you that first thing in the morning to cram into a one piece and then stand in a room full of guys when they're all sort of I was up on a platform, so they're all kind of at crotch level.
Oh, boy.
It's not good for the self-esteem, Rob.
I bet you wish you had your crossbow that day.
Battle axe. What did we just talk about?
Well, I thought you can pick them off from far away while you weren't moving at all.
I would refer
Rob,
to
she
the
doesn't
host
like
manual.
long-range weapons.
Yeah, I don't know.
She doesn't like long-range weapons. She said that
Thank you.
before.
All right, let me cross
Thank
that
you.
off the list here. No long-range weapons.
I mean, I already said it. Should have written it down the first time, I'd say.
So what is the name of the song? What's it about? We're going to show a little sneak peek. I'm very excited.
This song is called...
Drum roll? Do we need a drum roll?
Wow, the audience. You need a drum roll sign.
And then, Erin, wait for it. The bell and...
Pansy Warrior Princess.
Yes, Pansy Warrior Princess is the name of the song.
Yay, yeah.
What is it about?
It's about existentialism and, the plight of the common man. It's a song called Pansy Warrior Princess. I'm Pansy Warrior Princess. I'm singing about how I'm Pansy Warrior Princess. It's not terribly complex.
Right.
You guys are really gonna brawl after this, aren't you?
We do. I'm very glad there's a little space here, Brian.
It's gonna be celebrity cage match. It's gonna be good.
Celebrity. I prefer liberty.
Yeah, it rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, it's real smooth.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that one. Can I get the bell one more time? That was a good one. We'll give her that one. All right. So I just want to preface this that it's not complete. This is a sneak peek, a little debut. The effects are still, the team is still working on them.
It's in process.
All right. So Brian, very exciting. Let's check out the debut of Pansy Warrior Princess's new video coming soon.
That looked great.
There it is. Thank you.
Compositing looked awesome.
Fantastic. That was yeah, you're getting compliments and applause there. It looks great. It looks
Thank
like
you.
you're in a video game. That's what it looks like. I know this is the fantasy world of where your throne is, right?
What do you mean by fantasy world?
Well, where you live normally when you're not around like outside in the studio.
Uh-huh.
You have like your realm, your domain?
Yes.
Is it called something?
It's called Pantopia.
Okay, in Pantopia. Your
Yeah.
Pantopia looks very
You talk about it like
lush.
it's not real.
Well, I haven't visited Pantopia yet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that invitation's going to be forthcoming now.
Hey, Rob, I just wanted to cut in and say, some people like, what happened? Where's the rest of the video? We only had 30 seconds of it. That's the little teaser we gave to you. So nothing's wrong. We just only had a little bit of it.
Yeah, the what happened, where's the rest of the video? That's my mantra.
Yeah.
That's every morning starts with, what happened? Where's the rest of the video?
Is there a launch date? Is there a time we can tell the kids to rev up their internet connection?
With the tough questions, in the future.
The future. When most people come on, game designers, they say it's ready when it's done.
Sure.
Or it'll be done when it's ready.
It'll be done when it's ready.
All right.
It'll be
Cool.
finished when it's done.
Erin, I'm trying to twist things now. Erin, my moderator of choice tonight, what do you have for anything before we wrap things up?
Yeah, actually, people are asking about the name Pansy and where does it come from and where does it originate?
My mother decided to optimize the difficulty of my childhood and wondered, what it would be like for a girl to go through life with the name Pansy, and look what happened. Big, shiny weapons.
There does seem to be a character trait that's cultivated.
Yeah, the best defense is a good offense. And with a name like Pansy, you got to be ready with it.
All right. Couple more, Erin, before we wrap things up.
Yeah, actually, Curtis asking about where you can see the full-length video, or if it's on YouTube or something.
Well, let's give some sites, some Twitters. Let's get that stuff out of the way. How do people find out more about you?
People can spend their entire day occupying themselves with Pansy Warrior Princess related activities. You can go to my website, which is cleverly named PansyWarriorPrincess.com. You can friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and it's at
Pansy W Warrior
at
Twitter?
Pansy W. Oh, there's well done. Pansy W Princess.
Okay.
I'm being told. And I also have a channel on YouTube. and all my pre-recorded shows, and then my live show on Stickcam Sunday through Tuesday, 7 p.m.
All right, very cool. Before we get wrapped up, anything else on your end there, Erin?
Yes, I think this is the best question of the night.
The best question. It's coming.
Fish6076 wants to know if Rob gets dressed up in the loincloth and the helmet, will Pansy allow him to be your sidekick?
I thought the whole reason why we had a moderator was to field out these kind of questions. I don't know what's going on here. I don't even know what a loincloth is.
You don't know what a... And you watched Cena?
Well,
You don't know what a loincloth is? Did you see Gladiator?
I did.
So you've seen a loincloth.
Rob, when you're dreaming of me late at night, the one thing that's covering up the good stuff that you see, that's the loincloth.
I pretty much would require of any sidekick a loincloth. I think that's just a prerequisite of a sidekick.
All right. Well, that's it, Erin. Your answer is if I want to be her sidekick, I got to throw on a loincloth.
Yeah, you bet.
That's confirmed.
Yes.
Great.
You got anything else before we wrap things up?
That's about it for right now.
All right. We want to give some shout outs before we wrap things up there.
Definitely. Let's say
Wait,
hi.
can I pause you? That
Yeah.
one, the last person you read their name, when you read that particular user's name, you really have to separate the two words. So you have to say fish sticks. So make sure you just separate that guy's name if you shouted him out again.
That wasn't his name.
Okay. I saw it in there, so I just want to make sure you separate that.
Okay. Is that all?
Brian knows Erin's not going to be back next week. He's getting his licks in right before the end of the show here.
All right. That was actually numbers instead of a word, Brian, for the record.
All right,
I do have a cold, so be nice.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
It's a trick I am name, so I don't want that to come out again.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, give us a few shout outs before we roll out here, Erin.
Okay, The Lost Strikes Back wants to say hi. Who else? Johnny Two Dogs, Joe and Flea, Church 4252. A lot of people already gave shout outs to. Ohio Slayer, Roofmaster 119, Knivesy, Rad Nerd. What's up, guys? Hey.
All right, Erin, listen, you've been a great sport. Thanks for filling in for Haley. She'll be back again on next week's show, back from Tokyo. And thanks again for, filling in. I hope you had a good time playing some Saboteur. Maybe we'll take you around some more events in the future.
Great. I'm down.
Cool. Pansy, you've been a great guest. Welcome to come back anytime when you have some more things. Very excited. Looking forward to your music video.
Excellent.
Checking out some more of your show. We're going to roll things out. Thanks again, Brian, and everybody in the studio and the audience for hanging out. It's Coin Op TV Live Thursdays on the stream.tv. When we're here, we love you. And I say that sincerely, but when we're not, we miss you. So we'll see you guys next time. Woo!